this era of advanced technology, it is easy to forget the value of nature, though it benefits us every day, especially our children. Studies have found that children who explore nature on a daily basis score higher on standardized tests, are more focused, have higher self-esteem, and lower obesity rate. Those with ADHD especially benefit from nature as a way of improving focus. Though greenery has social, economical, and psychological value, its importance is often lost on us.
According to the Bear Creek Watershed Assessment, fecal coliform bacteria levels in Bear Creek were found to exceed standards more than 50% of the time at almost all sites in the summer, and exceed standards more than 50% of the time during the winter. Total phosphorus was found to be the largest problem in the basin, with over 50% exceedance at all sites, year-round. Turbidity and pH data revealed only a few sites that showed moderate exceedance of standards. Basically, Bear Creek isn't very healthy.
I'm having a lot of fun doing this. It's really awesome to come out and look at the somewhat beautiful river. It's gotten really muddy, but that's okay.
We are cleaning up a path just adjacent to Bear Creek today. We have found lots of garbage, and once we are done cleaning the path, we are putting down a fresh layer of mulch to make a nice clean trail.
I know, right? But this is the conundrum, is that no matter what we do, it becomes a cleaner area to then utilize, and then we collect wastes. So I would say at this point that we have to make a stand for our community and our community forest.
In our community, we have a large homeless population that leaves a lot of trash in our greenway, and a lot of that finds its way into the water, into Bear Creek, polluting the creek, harming the fish. If we can just pick up a small amount of that and everybody can help, then a little at a time gets it all cleaned up, and it saves our riparian environment.
A riparian zone is the area around a watershed, and a healthy riparian environment is essential to keeping quality water. Having a thriving riparian ecosystem around Bear Creek helps control floods, as well as stop the flow of harmful chemicals found in asphalt, tires, plastics, and oils from ruining our drinking and irrigation water. The trees around Bear Creek help hold in the banks, stopping the creek from wandering into unwanted places. The trees clean the air by absorbing carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrous oxides, and other pollutants. The air in the riparian zone is not only fresher, but around 20 degrees cooler than the air of the city next to it. Healthy riparian zones around creeks and rivers have a very noticeable effect on our well-being as a whole. But as we create an enjoyable environment around our watershed, it continues to get polluted. Not only by the homeless, the nearby freeway dumps all kinds of oils and harmful chemicals on asphalt and tires. Litter and refuse seeps into our drinking and irrigation water through the roads that continuously accompany Bear Creek. A healthy riparian area can help negate the effects we have on the creek, creating better water for people, fish, and recreation.
So this is a riparian area, as you can see with the creek, that requires some management. It was unmanaged for 60 to 80 years. Blackberries took hold and prohibited the growth of all these wonderful cottonwoods and alders and trees that are integral to the functionality of our creeks. So we're seeing a downgrade in all of the creek systems in our area, and a lot of it is due to these invasive species, these blackberries, this Rubus armeniacus. And so one of the things that we've been doing over the last 6 years is we adopted this site, and we have taken it on as a nearby schoolyard habitat. And so we've planted over 1,000 trees native here, species that are native to the valley, that will grow up and help protect, shade out, and feed the insects that live within our creeks here to try to invigorate and balance our ecosystem.
I think that as many people that can get involved in this as possible, the better. The more the merrier. We want to see the community come in and work with Logos. We want to see groups like the ones that showed up today, like Nomakatsi, and Logos being the spearhead of this, supporting this whole thing is just great to get the community involved, and just for the betterment of what we have going on down here, which is just a beautiful place.
It's really fun to do something for the community that's also doing it with friends. It's made me realize the importance of our environment, especially when I see trash, as a person who loves recreation in the park, and it's made me appreciate clean parks more.
We have over 1.5 miles of trail. We've moved tons of mulch. We've planted, like I said, around 1,000 trees, and we've continued to pick up trash and remove graffiti as best we can. Rehabilitate the trees and remove blackberries. And I think that's the biggest piece that Lomacatsi has put together, is the ability to raise funds so that we can remove that invasive species and start with as much bare ground as possible to get planting and growing.
We do Bear Creek events throughout the year, periodically. And if students are interested in those, they can either come down as part of their campus class, or they can find out about when the dates are through the Logos Lifeline, which is a monthly email that goes out to families, so they can find out about events that are taking place. They can also find out on our website, which is www.logoscharter.com.
With all of our activities of daily life, it is easy to forget about the impact that nature has on us. So on a regular basis, dedicate some time to improving your environment, because it'll improve you.